Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. TSEBE and thank you for joining me on second session of Laplace transform. So suppose that you are given a Laplace transform of t and they're asking us to evaluate. So we start by writing our formula, which is b approaches infinity b0 e minus st dot ft, but our ft in this case is just t of dt. I've substituted. So how can we integrate this? We are going to use integration by parts, which will be the same as the integration of u dv equals to u times v minus v du. So we are going to let t to be our u. So dt with respect to dt equals to du with respect to dt. So if I multiply this side by dt and this side by dt, I'm going to get what? Here I'm going to get 1, and then on that 1 is going to be dt, like this. Or this one will cancel out this one, and then I'll be left with dt equals to what? Equals to du. So this is what I will be left with. So our dt in this case equals to our du. So but our dv equals to what? Our dv equals to e st dt. So if I integrate this side and then I also integrate this side, my v will be e minus st all over s plus c. So this is what we are getting by integration. So right now, let us substitute in this equation of ours. So if we substitute on this equation of ours, remember that we are actually evaluating Laplace transform of of t. So if I substitute in this equation, so my u will be what? My u in this case is t times dv. What is my dv in this case? My dv it's e minus st dt, which is equals to u times v. What is my u? My u is t, is this one. And then what is my v? My v equals to minus e minus st all over s. This is multiplication minus the integration. So this one will be the limit. What was the limit? The limit is from 0 all the way to b. So even for this one, it will be from 0 all the way to b in this case. So what is my v? What is my v? My v is minus e minus st all over s. What is my du? My du was actually dt. So this is what we are having. Let me erase this part. That is what we are strictly having. So if I can start substituting this thing, it will be t, which is b multiplied by minus e minus s, and then b in this case all over s, minus e minus s. I'm substituting 0 now, all over s multiplied by t. Our t is 0 in this case, minus this integral, or I can just do this. Negative times negative, it will be positive. And then this is the same as 1 over s of 0 b minus st dt. This is what we are having. So, like I said, when b goes to infinity, this thing, it gives us 0. So the whole thing will just give us 0. According to our first session, this thing will be 0. So negative times negative is positive, but anything multiplied by 0, this whole thing will give us 0 also. Plus 1 over s. What is the integral of this thing? The integral of this thing is minus e minus s t all over s, and then it is having the interval of 0 all the way to b. So my 1 over s will be, if I substitute b in this case, it will be something like minus e minus s b all over s minus e minus s. I substitute 0 in here, and this will be s. I've substituted in here. So like I said, when b goes to infinity, this whole thing will give us 0. So 1 over s times 0, it will just give us 0. Negative, negative, positive. And this one will be 1 over s, because of anything raised to the power 0, it will just give us 1 over s. So it's the same as 1 over s multiply this 1 over s here, which will be 1 over s squared. So 1 over s squared, it is our Laplace transform. It is our Laplace transform of t. So thank you so much, guys, for joining in this session. And if you enjoyed, please subscribe and then